so we could generate conversation. We've touched on like a lot of the topics, but more or less it's just to help us talk more and bring up some different topics. So obviously it only works with our participation. Everyone can scan this QR code. It's fairly easy. I'll scan it and so we can see what it should look like. So we're going to have guided questions, but then the screen that shows up is a Q&A. And so if you don't want to just raise your hand if you're a little shy, you can type your Q&A here. And then we'll also have some guided questions next. Oh, it should be in the top corner of the whole time. Yeah, so we're going to scan this QR code and do like a little fun polling Q&A. Some are silly just to get people in the room. So how many hours did everyone sleep last night? Unfair question. 5 to 6. So it's live, it will change. And I think people online can join too. They probably slept more than we did. Okay, we're right around 5 or 6.
I love the bottom one.
What?
I love the bottom one.
Who needs sleep anyway?
And people have answered it.
Yeah, I need sleep. I require a lot of sleep. Okay, so most people have got a decent amount.
That's the online people.
Yeah, that's true. I wish I could have separated. We do have 37 people answering, so. Okay. For those joining, the QR code is up in the top corner. Should be easy to join in. And there's a Q&A section where you can ask questions if you're a little shy and don't want to get a microphone. Then we'll answer those at the end. If you weren't at work, where would you be? A hobby or a vacation? I'd be on a plane somewhere to Europe. People are thinking. The beach. With my dog. I see little tiny words slowly. Europe, Thailand, a bar. Julian, was that you? In bed sleeping, hopefully. In the Maldives, I totally agree. I would like to be there also. Mountains, home. A cabin in the mountains. What? What's out of the office? Maybe you should leave the office sometimes.
If you're just walking in or online, jumping back online, scan the QR code and join in.
Yep. Sleep. Lake Tahoe. Very fun. We're a fun group. Okay, I'm going to go.
You knew that.
Yeah, there's the Maldives. Okay, what's been your favorite session so far? We know that the people are going to vote for their own. But what did you find the most engaging? We should have put implementation because
lunch is not an option on here?
Yeah, no. Or the happy hour session. Okay, so far CAFCO and technology, both are winning. All good sessions. What? I know, we didn't even put our own up here. We don't want to sway the vote because we knew everyone would vote for that. Looks like maybe technology. 38% of people out of 42.
Steven, you're a rock star.
Yeah. That was good. Okay, let's move on. Rate your feelings towards future upgrades.
This is a loaded question.
I know. How do you feel? Kind of middle ground, freaking out. Lots of people are freaking out. Not a ton of heart faces, maybe one. Yeah, some people are excited. It's Ion's voting. Okay, most people are in the middle, which I agree. Like we're in the middle. A little scary, a little exciting, lots of opportunity. We've got 39 voters, so. Okay, looks like we're in the middle of how we feel. Hopefully the AG can make everyone to the hard eyes.
Necessary evil.
Yeah. Oops, I think I went, how do I go back? I need to go back. When you hear the word implementation, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Oh gosh.
It switched again.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm afraid to hit it one more time. I'll just hit it one more time. Okay, never mind. We're skipping the other one. We're just going to go with this one. In here or online, what is your job role? Just to kind of see who our presence is. What?
This explains technology winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assumed a lot of IT, but I wanted to kind of see the room. Or an online presence. Some accounting. That's good. Some risk. Tiffany. Okay, mostly IT, which is, what I thought, but it's good to have everyone's point of view. Oh, I guess it's throwing it back to this one. When you hear the word implementation, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
We have to be nice. I didn't use the microphone on that.
Money. I think that's true. No sleep, testing, teamwork, budget, errors, organized chaos, bug, scared, expensive testing, long project, coffee, long days, difficult, suffering, testing, extensive testing, lots of testing. Tyler, I see Tyler.
I didn't write it.
Kill me now, that one's sad. Okay, hold your breath. So, mostly scared, I feel like. So has your company upgraded, or to Horizon is what we're specifically talking about? I know we already kind of saw the counts, but just the people who are a part of the AUG, curious to know. Fully implemented in the process. Somebody said, no, I have no plans on upgrading. At least one person, I assume, with 3%. I don't know who that is.
All of the vendors are going,
maybe you can stand up and talk, if so.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? I wish I could call that person out. That's about 3 people have been answering. So most people have fully implemented, which is good because we can call on all you guys to help us with ours. How long did your implementation take? The bottom one says way too long. I feel like it's cut off a little bit. Yeah. 6 months to a year. About half the people. So about 6 months to a year feels like the majority, half the people are around that timeline, which is good because that's what we hope. Perfect. If you're upgrading from an older version of Allegro, which version did you upgrade from to go to Horizon? 9868. You can, now this is the portion where you can write your name if you want to. Lots of 9868s, like, right. We can kind of like open the floor, Tiffany, too, of like people who upgraded from 9868 to somebody say Excel. Oh.
That's a big leap.
Yeah. I like it. So how smooth do you feel like your upgrade went? So
again, a loaded question. The vendors are here.
What?
I said again, a loaded question. The vendors are here.
Well, it's anonymous. I like those smiley faces. That's good. The smiley faces are growing. I think that's good. So if anyone in the room who chose a smiley face wants to like talk about what they did to make it go smooth, I think that would be beneficial. If anyone wants to talk.
Didn't sleep.
Don't be shy.
I will. Basin upgraded, like I said, last summer, and we used Value Creed as our implementer. And quite honestly, from the technical side, user side, I thought it went great. They were very on top of it, very project oriented, kept things on track. Yeah, I mean, it went pretty smoothly. So any hiccups, they worked through them really quickly for us. You know, I sit in middle office risk, And really from the whole way around, it was good.
That's good. I mean, it feels like most people were kind of happy with it. So if anyone else wants to share a positive story, success, it's your time to shine. So this is one of the things. So what did you do to encourage business UAT participation? We like free food, so that's how we kind of got our people involved, was a free lunch. Yeah. There's a chicken place in Nashville called Waldo's that was on rotation. It's really good. Threats. Okay. Food and leadership mandate, yeah. I think we'll have to use some of that. Locked them in a room, wasn't optional. Dedicated testing room with no outside work distractions. We also did that for our right angle upgrade, was kind of a war zone room.
Yeah, we did the same.
Other people can't bother you.
Yeah, we did, as we went through I think 3 different phases of testings that we did, and each round would kind of bring up some different things. And then when we finally, and each group, front, middle, back, was responsible for their own things to go test through those 3 rounds and check off. And then we did a full front to back where we locked people in a room for 3 days. And it was like, nope, nobody's leaving here until we have an invoice and it's gone. Seriously, that's what we did.
Yeah, that's good. Gave them steps. So I assume the user guide, user manager's boss's hammer. Require business sign off on testing. Project timeline mandate, staying in line. Happy hours. We like those too at ECO. 4 people are still typing, so we'll see what they say. Testing guides, donuts, and galoshes.
What is galoshes? Galoshes.
I think that's a Texas thing. I think I probably said it wrong.
Guys, we're in North Dakota. Do you know what lefse is? No.
Yes, I do. I'm Norwegian.
How about lutefisk? Well, then you know.
We have lefse every Christmas.
Okay.
Words of affirmation. Aww, Julian. Okay, I feel like less people are typing now, so.
Can we tell them what we promised our NatGas team this time?
What did we promise them? I don't know if I'd ever know.
There's discussion of taking them to Dave and Buster's. We're
Yeah.
not sure what the obsession is, but Dave and Buster's might be the winner.
Yeah, our traders, one trader likes Dave and Buster's. Turn off prod access.
What? I think it was shut down.
Shut, yeah. Thank you.
Jillian, was that a you again?
All these answers are Jillian. Cool. So this is, people can also, talk to some positive takeaways. I feel like sometimes it's really easy to go into the negative takeaways, but sometimes it's good also to think about the positive stuff that came from it. Hopefully there are positives, because why else would we upgrade? Food. Better support, that's what we're really hoping for. Detailed testing plans lead to successful and smoother UAT. Wow, we have a very strong internal team, ROI. Fewer bugs, shot collars taken off. Teamwork, happy customer. Some prior workarounds no longer needed. That's very positive. Trauma bonding. Oh, Lord. That's the new functionality. So there's some really positive stuff. Change theme. Automation, lowering overhead costs. Somebody's typing. System performance increases.
Someone's dog's barking. Stephen.
That's definitely something we're hoping for, is some of those performance increases that we've heard about. So we're excited. A room at the Magnolia. Yeah. Okay. What is something you wish you would have taken into consideration before implementing? ATA tools, yeah. Impact to hardware. Release notes are just a suggestion. Proper business user dedication and allocation to the project work. Now they're going to start rolling in. I'll try to read them. Understanding the new features, best practices, and dealing with resistance to participation. The gallery content of that word, I don't know. Well, time constraints, manual instructions. Right hardware, sizing importance. Better business process documentation and deployment of documentation. Legal implications. I was really serious when I started that one. So we should probably get our lawyers involved for that. Shot collar sensitivity. Who is this? Is it you? Consult with the AUG. Yes. Hopefully now that we're up and running, we can all consult with AUG more often. Be a good resource. Watch the shot caller be like one of our traders messing with me. Career choices. The job market. You're still good. Were you successfully able to carry over your customizations into Horizon? This is a loaded question, so if anybody says yes or no, you can also be handed a microphone to elaborate. Yeah, we can open this up. Does anyone want to talk about the yes but had complications? At least 10 people feel that way. Yeah, let's do it. Talk.
I want to know who had no issues. What did you do? What magic did you?
Anyone want to elaborate? Yes, but had no issues. Maybe you're online. Maybe you're lying.
Do we need the shot collar?
Yeah, maybe they were the ones who used the shot collar. Okay. Did you use a dedicated implementation team? Probably everyone, yes. I think it's going to be all yes. Okay. No. Sounds a no. If you want to talk. Yeah, probably.
That's the one company that is not considering upgrading at all.
Yeah, you're right. They're just staying with what they got. And then... Okay. What is one thing Ion should definitely change in their next upgrade or release? Yeah, it's a lot.
PLA in petroleum products. Where is Richard? There you are. I got your back.
Paints and scheduling view, make it simple. Making NG pathing easier, we would agree. Rather coming in. Better documentation, out of the box view manager, yeah. Media steering committee can talk about that. Better release notes. Make it a fully web app. Our traders have definitely asked about that. Easier ticketing support structure, better documentation, feedback. Test before release.
Whoops.
Just the messenger. I'm not typing any of these. Make it bug free. That's probably a dream.
Yeah, look at the Allegro portion of Ion is in Texas. We have cockroaches, so that's not going to happen.
Documentation, more QA testers.
I'm just telling you from middle office, I have no idea what some of this tech stuff means. Get rid of soap?
Yeah,
What?
I don't know what that means either. Does anyone want to explain SOAP? Do you want a microphone?
Yeah, it's, so SOAP is the protocol that Ion uses to communicate between the client and the server. And as you know, the rage now is REST, and the internet's moved on. That was a couple of generations ago that was a standard that websites and web apps used. And so, and one of the concerns with .6 is that it's not well supported anymore because it's not the thing that new software is built on. So
Okay.
it would really help if they got off of that.
Okay. That's good to know. One button upgrade. Better data viz.
A lot of documentation.
Yeah, documentation. An easy button. A web version, it's like the third one. I feel like that's been put up there. Okay.
And again,
Free shop colors.
these lead into, if this is your voice,
Yeah.
get in a working group, get on a standing committee, like, that's where this stuff's going to come from.
Internal testing tools. Remake, I don't know what GUI is.
We will not be providing shot callers.
What?
I said we will not be providing shot callers, though.
No, we
I don't care what kind of working group we have on those, we're not doing it.
Improved load balancing, web-based training for new users. More guidance on impact to hardware, I assume they're putting. Somebody's typing, so we'll see what they say. Online courses. Cool.
We did have those at
I
one
know,
point
I remember.
at Allegro University.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess
If
from
they're
Ion or
updated
Allegro's
or-
perspective, how well it was used. From a user perspective, I fell asleep. Just saying.
They're there though. I think they're still
They
out
are,
there.
they're there.
So you can find some online courses. Just with a lot, maybe with the shot collar
There you go.
or coffee. A couple more people are typing. Oh. Documentation. So a lot of documentation. Okay, that's the end of our little fun Q&A. Let's see if I can pull up if we have any questions. I'm afraid to hit them. I don't think I have any questions. Unless somebody wrote something on mine. I don't have any in mine.
Okay, I don't have anything in the chat. So we cut everybody off on implementation a little bit ago. What else does everybody want to talk about on it? Anything? Everybody's good? We're happy? We're all upgrading tomorrow?
Somebody said, how can we access online courses? I think there's an Allegro U.
Yeah, and I want it's subscription based. Is that right?
Yeah, so there is a somewhat dated version of Allegro U available.
Mhm.
Granted, that's most of those videos are going to be from 134. So for your basic entry level course for a new user, those will be beneficial, right?
Okay.
Now, Ion is in the process of creating a new interface that's going to be compiling all training videos across all of our different products. Now, Allegro has not yet been added to that repository. We're in the process of doing that. So
Okay.
for now, for getting access to Allegro U, that is a subscription-based product that's offered. So if there's interest by you or your company, you can contact the account manager and they can set that up for you.
Okay. Thank you. They said, what did you like best about these past 2 days?
Food?
Food.
Everybody on this side, happy hours?
Yeah.
Come on, guys, there's lots of answers.
So this is my first time coming to an AUG conference, and I can definitely say being newer to Eco Energy and really not having a relationship with anyone besides our primary vendor, it was nice to get to meet other people, get to meet other vendors that are here. You know, Ion's here. We've got to, you know, you get to meet some of the faces that you've talked to. So I think all of that was a big deal to me. Otherwise, I never would have met them, and you don't really get to know who they are just through a quick email. So I think that that was important to really get to network with everyone, kind of understand how some people utilize the system, what workarounds they use that can be beneficial and we can use back at ECO.
Yeah, I'll chime in here real quick. Aside from saying Jack from Missouri as many times as I possibly could, able to actually build quite a long list of action items that collectively, from your knowledge, I'm able to take back to my company and my team to begin making the system a little bit better. Everything from being able to compress the data tables to being able to, kind of get the server performance, a better place, to doing some of the little neat tricks that you guys all do.
So where's those 5 people that got cash cards? Their hands should be in the air for their favorite thing.
Free money.
Hi, it's Tony at AltaGas. This is my first AUG, and networking, just like Gail mentioned, it's really interesting as I've seen Allegro used in my company, but knowing how it's used and then knowing that there's some people that are using it that are in a much better state, and then those that are a little bit further behind. I've talked to a number of people, and the opportunity, and I think I got 50,000 Tony Martin's points, but the ability to actually make the personal connections is going to be invaluable going forward.
I think for us, like knowing who's also going through what we're going through, and then we can reach out and that you're not alone, and there's other people going through what you're going through.
Tyler, Ion Group. So this is my first AUG as Ion. My last AUG was a customer, so I think it's great to see the collaboration and teamwork across all of the SIs as well as the customers and just the candid feedback. So I think it's great for all of us to have action items, as Jack mentioned, to make sure that we see actionable pieces from AUG falling into future releases and just better collaboration together between all of our customers and third parties. So excited to be back with AUG.
Somebody said, how do we keep the level of interaction between the user community? And I feel like being a part of the AUG, joining the council, being a part of a standing committee, I mean, it starts with the person who asked that question, like stay engaged, be involved.
Being here, being online, attending the virtual meetings when they come out, sharing them with your coworkers. We'll take more members.
And one thing we're looking forward to is getting the knowledge base, or excited about the changes that were talked about in the council with the client portal and getting the knowledge base in there. So that'll be another collaboration point I'll be able online to post your issue, to get responses, to be able to get emails that someone answered your question. That's going to help a lot too.
Yeah, there's nothing more frustrating than posting on the knowledge base and you hear crickets.
Yeah.
So as users, we have to step up and help each other. At some point in time, you're going to have an issue and you're going to want some help as well. So we need to step in and help others with that. And again, client connect. That's going to be a big difference, you guys. From what I've already seen, it's going to be much more interactive than knowledge base was.
Yeah. I have a question online. Will a list of attendees be available? Would be good to connect with other people.
Unfortunately, no.
No.
Sorry.
So quickly go meet everyone right now.
Well, and that's kind of why being in person is important. That's what the networking is about.
Yeah.
And also that is why when we have the AUG calls and meetings, please attend, because you will see who is attending from other companies.
Somebody said, how will we know when standing committees are meeting, or when to get involved in those working groups?
If you were involved in this, we have your email. You'll know about them.
You will know. We will find you.
Question from online. Are there any plans to combine an ION Horizon Conference and AUG in the future, such as in the past? Yes, you're stealing my thunder from our closeout, but yes, I will address it now. So ION is planning to have its next big conference Q1 of 24 in Houston here. The idea is at the end of that conference, AUG would take on a full day, but again, logistics to be worked out, so TBD on that. As far as AUG doing conferences like this, absolutely, but it takes your support. It takes you, everybody in this room, online, it takes your support to do this stuff. But we fully intend that this is going to continue again, depending on when ION does their annual conferences, we're going to assume it'll keep going. We'll try and float this day and a half session like 6 months out or between them so that there is some time frames where we can do our own and then do our one of tagging on.
We do have the closing, so if some of these questions we want to. Okay. Somebody said, what would Ion Allegro like to know from this group?
Trend Crim Independent. I want to say that.
Amazing.
I think these 2 days have been great. I mean, as Tyler said, I like what he said. This is my first in-person attendance of the Allegro user group. It's been fantastic. I mean, we've had some virtual meetings, but there's nothing like being in person. I think the interaction has been fantastic, and I hope this continues to breed a level of interaction that we haven't had, even not just between users, but between Ion and the user group. The working groups are going to be fantastic, and that's what I hope more than anything else comes out of this, is just the ability for us to work together on improving the relationships and the product going forward.
Perfect. Along the lines, it said, what would sponsors like to know from this group? If any sponsor wants to say what you would like to get out of the AUG and.
Since when are sponsors?
I know. I think they're all. Really? I think they're all. They missed Randy. Randy gets to talk for every sponsor.
Yeah. So there's only 6 different firms represented, or 8 different firms represented on the list. No, I think I'll echo what everyone has said. I certainly, we see a subset and interact with a subset of Allegro clients on a regular basis, but to broaden that list, to understand sort of where people are in their journey, and I think that's the way we like to look at the sort of whole implementation ETLM sort of life cycle is a journey between implementations, managed services, bug fix, support, and then sort of going back to advisory and making a decision. So to sort of slap people into that journey is helpful, and then like everyone has said, to do it via email, to do it via Zoom is a different proposition altogether than to sit across from somebody across a meal, right, look in the whites of their eyes and understand kind of where things are going well, and let's be honest, where things have some area for improvement. So I think we echo with what everyone said. The idea of continued engagement from a sponsor perspective is very helpful for us as we plan where we kind of want to be going forward. So, thanks, Council.
Thank you.
One thing. No, I'm just going to say, and I agree with everything Randy just said. I think if you look across the other ETRM systems, one thing that Allegro's always stood above the others is just a great ecosystem. Obviously, with COVID and work from home, and we kind of lost a little bit of ecosystem. So it's good to see momentum coming out of this to hopefully kind of get back to where we were a few years ago. Because I think it was it's always been a strength of just Allegro. So.
And if you've ever met Jen from Repsol, she's going to make sure this group goes.
Yeah,
Just saying.
That's true. From Spain.
Jen from Repsol, if you're listening, thank you. Sorry.
I'm hearing what Randy said, Joel from Veritas. I would like, just from a selfish standpoint, like to hear from the Allegro user group, maybe anonymously, what you guys want to see from the vendors, right?
Free services.
Less engagement, no, for in regards to the Allegro user group, more, less, this or that, whatever that might be. Again, not now, but at a later time, again, maybe even anonymously.
You could type it in here and I won't share. We could then share it to
Your dollar sponsorships were wonderful.
We couldn't do it without y'all, so.
I can answer that. One thing that I'd like is any of your lessons learned through some of the projects that you do, and if you could share them and bring them here, I think a lot of people would benefit from it. Yeah, high-level list. Yeah, high-level list. Came across this particular transaction. It's a bit of a stumbling. Oh, something that could benefit everyone.
We want all your trade secrets.
Okay. I think we kind of touched all the questions.
Okay.
So.
I'd like to ask a question from a council perspective is what would it take for you as a client customer to get involved, to step into a working group, to express, to voice your opinion, to become part of a standing committee, be a standing committee co-liaison? What would it take? And we can tell you that, Stephen said that coming up to this, it was less than a day, and that's less than a day in 3 months of planning, I think, that this came in. So less than 8 hours in, 3 months is not a lot of work, not a lot of effort. You have people to bounce things off of. You've got counselors who are supporting you. What would it take you to become more involved?
I think she was just plugging our standing committee liaisons again. I'm pretty sure that's where that was. Again, keep in mind, we do want co-liaisons as well. Always better as a team, as council, we couldn't do it without each other. So same thing with standing committee liaisons.
And another thing, having been a liaison, you struggle with, okay, how do I provide content? And so even if you're not a liaison, if you're a person who's doing cool stuff and wants to present or discuss or put topics on the table, that's participation too. It really helps make it easier. Like this meeting implementation of technology is always easy because people participate. They come out and you tell us your experiences, you share, you're eloquent. To keep each standing committee going, that's the hard work is. There's no reason to meet if there's nothing to talk about or if you're not solving any problem. And so you don't just have to be leaders, it's we pull and we say we need subject matter experts, we need folks who have a passion of what they accomplished and want to share it. So also think of participation as you're looking at the knowledge base and answering questions so they don't just go silent and it's discouraging to the person who's asking for your help. There's lots of ways you can participate, but just keeping your eyes and your ears open when we send the announcements about the meetings and ask about topics and presentations. And we try to make presentations as easy as possible, not just for the liaisons, but if you're the one doing it, we don't want you to have to do a lot of work to put that together. We want you to be able to present and use your strengths. And if we share the load and multiple people do presentations, that keeps the group going.
Yeah, we had no shortage of talking after we got through the first 2 sessions yesterday. I don't know what happened to you guys in the morning, but to exactly what you said, Delali, would anybody here know that he's not the risk guy? He's IT. He's like, I guess I'll facilitate it. And we put the topics up there. He didn't know those. He just facilitated it. And it was fantastic. So. Okay, anybody have questions? Kind of your open time, last minute, you want to talk risk, I gotcha, you want to talk gas?
Any feedback too?
Anything, anybody?
This is a safe space.
Thank you, but we can't do it without all of you. So we're going to get you out of here early then, just a little bit. As far as the companies that were represented at this conference, not including our vendors or ION, we had over 30 companies attending. Online, I know you guys could see people here in the room and who are all here. Online, I think the largest number I saw at one point was 56. So, I mean, we had some fabulous participation there as well. Please watch your emails. Again, we have all your emails now. There will be a survey coming out. Our intent would be to be putting that out next week. We need your feedback so that we know what to improve or put into the next conference. Okay, so we need your feedback on that. Another plug for the Standing Committee Co-Liaisons, that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you to our sponsors. Again, without you, this event could not have happened. Could not have. Okay. And then finally, thank you to you guys, the users. You are what this is. This group is you. So we appreciate that. With that, whether you're traveling 30 minutes away or, wait, I'm in Houston, an hour and a half away, or me flying to North Dakota, travel safe. Thanks.
Safe travels, thanks everyone.